Hello and welcome to We Learn. This is session 2 of Society in India, Pattern of Urbanization and Urban Social Structure. Topics to be covered: Urbanization in India, Historical Perspectives, Classification of Traditional Town, Some Feature of Urbanization in Nascent and Middle Way India, New Feature of Urbanization in Early Colonial Period, Pattern of Urbanization in Contemporary India, Definition of Town or City, Geographic Aspect, Spectral Patterns, Economic Dimension, Social Cultural Character, Problems concerning the current process of urbanization, Impact of urbanization in rural area. Now in this session we were actually focusing on the urbanization of Indian society. इससे पहले सेशन के अंदर जहाँ हमने इंडियन सोसाइटी के प्रीव्यूज को लिया, वहाँ के फैमिली ट्रेंड्स, वहाँ के रीजनल, वहाँ के रिलीजन कल्चर्स की हमने अंडरस्टैंडिंग ली. अब यहाँ पर हम लोग अर्बनाइजेशन की बात करने वाले हैं. If we talk about the urbanization in India, yes, it has in a historical perspectives. Sociologists define the urbanization as a movement of a people from the villages to town, city, where the economic activity are centered around non-agricultural occupations such as trade, manufacturing, industry and management. Broadly speaking, in order to explain the process of urbanization, we can discuss the following three aspects. Socialization is the one of the basically discussing about the urbanization as in a movement of people. जो लोग थे इंडियन सोसाइटी के, जो टाउन्स एंड सिटीज में रहते थे, they were basically not related to the agricultural occupation. They were mainly related to the manufacturing, trades, management, इस तरीके के perspectives में. They are basically into the urbanization. वो बहुत ज़्यादा socialized थे, बहुत ज़्यादा urbanized थे. In that urbanized concept, in that socialized concept, there was a three aspects who perform in that society. First aspect is the demographic and the spectral aspect. Another is the economic aspect, and the third one is the social cultural aspect. The archaeological finds from these several parts of India subcontinent trends to suggest that the urban growth in India is as old as history of our civilization. While considering the early growth of the cities and the development of the urban area in an undivided India, once you trace their beginnings to about the 5,500 years background. So there are the subcontinents which are working on that particular concept, which are working and basically focusing on this kinds of thing. So that is always related to considering the growth of cities. They always trend to be more developed, be more growth factor was there. So in that case, yes, classification of traditional town was always there. There was a good classifications of the traditional town. There were several kind of towns in the ancient India. The Vastu Shastra has defined it between the several kind of town based on their functional specificity as such as trade, commerce, manufacturing, administration, military march, etc. So yes, there are, if अगर हम classification या traditional town की बात करें तो उस केस में ये बहुत ज़्यादा वास्तु शास्त्र से related था. Broadly classified थे वहाँ के tradition towns जितने थे. They are basically functional specification. किस तरीके से वो classified थे? सबसे पहले training and manufacturing towns. बहुत सारे ऐसे towns थे जो trading और manufacturing perspective से बने थे. They are basically place terms as Nagar, Patana, Dronamukha, Kheta, Nigama. This kind of a name was basically used for the trading and manufacturing towns. Belonged to this category. So a Nagar was an ordinary fortified town with an island trade as an important activity. Nagar जो था वो एक ordinary town होता था. Patana was large commercial port, जो large commercial area होता था with the bank of river जहाँ पर काम होता था. At the same time, special features like city of the trading caste of full of jewel, wealth, skill, perfumes, other articles was used. तो वो वेसियाज में आता था. ध्रुनामुखा और खेता में there were small size of trading centers. So these are different kind of trading centers who was performed into the basic on this scenarios. दूसरा था द पॉलिटिकल एंड मिलिट्री टाउन्स. जैसे राजधानी वॉज डिफरेंट, डिस्टिंक्शनली प्लान द पॉलिटिकल टाउन. So here was a royal capital. Durga was the forted town equipped with the well-stored foodstuffs. So there are what एक purpose के लिए जब आप town बनाते होते थे, जब आप किसी purpose के लिए town बनाते होते थे, that comes into that areas or that part. Another is education of all the pigments and temple towns. That is what related to have the understanding about the educational wise. जब हम लोगों ने हमारे towns को बहुत ज़्यादा educational wise divide कर दिया था, तो that comes into the educational towns and educational wise dividing it. So Mathas we have the town based on the education and religion activities. They are Nalanda, Dwarka, Tripti, Purvi, Haridwar, Gaya. That kind of a town was basically created for the temple towns. There are some features of urbanization in SN and the Middle India. The process of urbanization in various periods of Indian history has distinctive spectral economical, region and social, cultural, political features. These features are basically under three broad headings: political, demographic, spectral factor, economical, region and social, cultural factor. So जो society थी वो society basically तीन part में divided, three border heading के अंदर divide थी: political, demographic and social, find economical and regionals. अगर पॉलिटिकल, डेमोग्राफिक और स्टेप्टिकल फैक्टर्स की बात करें तो दे आर द अर्ली प्रोसेस ऑफ अर्बनाइजेशन हैड देयर क्लोज रिलेशनशिप with the rise and fall of the sponsorings, political regimes and the cultural history of India. इंडियन कल्चर, इंडियन हिस्ट्री के बारे में जो किसी तरीके के फोकसेस रखते थे, जिस पर जिनका मेन लिंक जो होता था वो कल्चर और रिगम्स ऑफ इंडिया हिस्ट्री को डिफाइन करना होता था. दैट इज बेसिकली कम्स इनटू दिस पार्ट. दे आर बेसिकली कम्स इनटू कंपोजिशन ऑफ दीज टाउन्स वाज बेसिकली बिल्ड एंड रूलर ऑन दैट Kisbans and followers. So principles of interest were basically centered on that agricultural activity and their dignities and surpluses they could extend for these. Now there was the economic part also. So now in this we were economical wise अगर बात की जाए तो it is what the spirit of a rise and fall of a political power and shifting the religious bias and the social and economical institution from the traditional city has shown the central stability. सो वो बहुत ज़्यादा हम लोग रिलीजन वाइज चले जाते हैं, किस तरीके से पावर डील करती है, किस तरीके की शिफ्टिंग्स होती हैं, किस तरीके से इकोनॉमिक इंस्टीट्यूशंस परफॉर्म करते हैं. सो दैट्स कम्स इनटू द इकोनॉमिक पार्ट. Another is religious and social culture. This is what authorities of the traditional urban center, that is patronage the particular region and sector. जो एक particular region को या एक particular sector को शो करता है, जो उससे relate होता था, उसकी जो authorities होती है, that comes into the again the region and social cultural factor. New feature of urbanization in early colonial period. If we talk about the new features, तो किस किस तरीके के नए नए feature rise up हुए. In 19th century, through the process of urbanization, grew in the modest way. The countryside suffer from the gradual process of destructions of the cottage, small industries in the rural areas. In this situation, the new economic opportunity structure pulled a significant sections of the population to be the urban areas. Many of the artisans become the unemployed, hence the displaced the rural artisans and the laborized were also pushed to the urban areas of the employment. So they are basically working on to the new features of the new working of the urbanization की बहुत ज़्यादा smaller towns पे they were working and they were performing on the smaller areas moderate way में बहुत ज़्यादा cottage and small industry wise they were dividing. They have they take the new opportunities and perform on that opportunity basis, or that was pushing them the rural workers or rural labor towards the urbanized area. So India passed through phases of, if we talk about the pattern of urbanization, yes, pattern of urbanization is very much different, and India basically passes about the phases of rapid urbanization in 20th century. The modern urban centers perform diversity function in the term of economic, administrative and political and cultural techniques. So if we talk about the definitions of town or city, in India, the demographic and economic index, every municipality, cantonment and all the civil lines, every other continuous collection of houses permanently inhabited by not less than 500%, which are provisionally superintendent for the censors may decide to treat as in a town. So town is basically वो होता था जहाँ पे 5000 लोग होते थे एंड दे आर परमानेंटली इनहेबिटेड, मतलब वो वहीं के रहने वाले हैं वो 5000 लोग, और वो किसी भी तरीके की कल्चरल मूवमेंट नहीं करेंगे, वो एक जगह से दूसरी जगह नहीं जाएंगे, वो एक टाउन की तरह या एक सिटी की तरह ट्रीट होता था इन द पैटर्न ऑफ अर्बनाइजेशन. दूसरा होता था डेमोग्राफिक एस्पेक्ट. डेमोग्राफिक एस्पेक्ट इज व्हाट इन इंडिया पॉपुलेशन कंसंट्रेशन हैज बीन वन ऑफ द की फीचर ऑफ द अर्बनाइजेशन and urban population has significantly increased in the post independence period. So there was a very slow growth अगर देखा जाए तो, then in terms of that कि population तो बहुत ज़्यादा improved थी, that is it's a key feature of the urbanization, and at the same time it increased the post independence period. So the proportion of urban to the total population is basically was in the early decade talks, and they are mostly because of the natural disaster and slow rate of industrial and economic development. So that is what mainly comes into the demographic aspects. In spectral pattern, yes, they are basically have marked the Indian urban scenarios. These disparities emerge mainly due to the region disparities, imbalanced population concentration, and some time because of change in the census definition of the urban area. They are basically moving on to the urbanization part and the census part. They are basically, or we can say that through the regional disparity or imbalance of population, they may lead towards the over-urbanization or suburbanization, which harms the working of the societies and the performance of the society. If we talk about the over-urbanization, so what is that? That town or urban area have a certain limitations in accommodating population and providing the civic amenities and the catering of such needs as in a schooling, hospital, etc. So beyond the certain optimum capacity, it becomes difficult for a town administration to provide the facilities of increasing population. So they are basically comes into the over-urbanization. And there was suburbanization also, that is closely related to the over-urbanization. That is what the suburbanization. When the town gets overcrowded by population, it may relate to the suburbanization. जब population बहुत ज़्यादा हो जाती थी, they spread out and they comes into the suburbanization. There are features of the suburbanization, जैसे a sharp increase in the rural use of land was there. बहुत ज़्यादा land की requirement बढ़ गई थी. Inclusion of surrounding areas of town within its municipal limitations. At the same time surroundings जो एक covering areas होते हैं, एक वो बहुत ज़्यादा हो गया था. They come into the municipal limits also. At the same time intensive communication of all types between the towns and their surrounding areas was there. It is always required to have a very intensive communication. बहुत high communications थी working के अंदर. And yes, there was an economic dimension, that is urbanization is natural and evidential consequent of economic development. So urbanization accompanies the economic development because of the economical issues, because they entitle a massive shift of labor and other input from the predominant rural sector of those predominant urban. So urbanization is basically what natural and inevitable consequences. These are what the inevitable and natural consequences. And they are basically what the economical development. Labor shift हो जाना, input raw material utilizations, and these are the further aspects in the economical dimension. These aspects, urbanization or economic dimensions, was mainly deal with the occupation and migrations. In the social cultural characteristic, yes, in the process of urbanization, the town and the cities of India have achieved the heterogeneous character in terms of ethnicity. They are basically come up with the good process. अगर हम लोग social scenarios की बात करें तो urbanization में बहुत ज़्यादा heterogeneous factors पर काम करती हैं. They were characterized in terms of ethnicity, caste, race, class, culture. In the urban area, there has always been coexistence of the different cultures. Different cultures के बीच में coexistence होनी चाहिए, relationships होने चाहिए, culture होना चाहिए. It shows that through the various ethnic and the caste group has adjusted themselves with each other in the city, and they also try to maintain their traditional identity. This kind of in a picture is what the problem concentration of current process of urbanization. We can say that yes, the hygiene factor was not there. The child are eating, the beggar was there sitting. There was we can say that garbage was there. At the same time, the dog was again there. The roads are not clean, they are not proper. At the same time, factory pollution was there. So sheds are not proper of the villages. So these kind of urbanization and the problem concerned with the urbanization. If we talk about the impact of urbanization in rural areas, yes, it has a very high impact. In India, urbanization along with the westernization and modernization has furthered the process of rapid social change both in rural and in the urban area. So in the urbanization, yes, there was the included of the western and modernization. बहुत ज़्यादा western and modern concepts को attach किया गया urbanization के अंदर, and it is what we can say that rapid change, very high change in the rural and societies. One of the important result of urbanization is rural of urban migrations. Migrations is one of the reason of the urbanization also. Migration was basically a continuous process which affecting the social, economical and cultural lives of the villagers widely, and it presents along with the whole groundnut of occupational diversifications. Spread of literacy, education, mass communication, continuity between the rural and urban area is basically increase in that. So yes, there are few questions which you have to do it yourself. First is how many type of settlement patterns are there in the rural area. Rural area के अंदर कितने type of settlement हैं, किस तरीके से वो काम करते हैं, पहली बात. दूसरा, what are the meant by a development cycle approaches to the family in India. Development cycle क्या होता है in if we talk about the Indian society and Indian culture. So yes, this is all about for the today's session. We are winding up here. Thank you so much. Happy learning. We learn.